Hello again, YouTube. It's Skylar. Welcome back to my face. And in today's video, the topic is going to be clothes. So hopefully this will be an exciting episode for everyone. Now, for a lot of trans women who just start their transition, when it comes to clothing and transitioning clothing-wise, a lot of trans women make the mistake of something called hyperfeminization. Now, what that means is that you go for the most girly, feminine things possible. Now, it's kind of funny, and it also is explainable because you've been repressed for so long that it kind of just boils over all at once. But I want to point out that doing this is not recommended, especially at the beginning of your transition when you have the least passable rating. That's a rating system I just made up. It's not a real thing. What you want to do is you want to avoid clothes that are going to draw attention to areas of your body that are especially masculine, especially if you've just started hormone therapy. So things including the shoulders, the waist, your hips, and your midsection all want to be avoided as displaying. So types of clothes you typically want to avoid offhand at first are things like shorts, really short shorts. Try not to go for high heels, because most trans women are already tall from puberty, so you don't want to accentuate that. Also, when it comes to tops, make sure that you don't show your shoulders as much, because that's going to draw more attention to them and therefore make your shoulders look even wider. Now, the best way to do something that'll minimize your shoulders is to find shirts that have more of a V-cut like this, or things that'll draw more attention to your center rather than your shoulders. If you've noticed in most of my videos, I always wear a necklace. And that's easy because it draws the attention right here, instead of my shoulders, which aren't fairly wide, but they're wider than what would normally be considered extremely feminine. So it's better to show off your better qualities and avoid the ones that need more attention, such as being more muscular or etc., etc. Now, things that you want to look out for when you're picking your clothes, you want to go with the flow. So before you ever decide to start your shopping, make sure that you look around in the general community and see how women that are around the same age are dressing. Because getting clothes that are closer to that style is only going to help you blend in more. If you're picking stuff that's way out there, all you're doing is just focusing all of the attention in a group setting specifically on you, and you really want to avoid that, because that's going to draw unnecessary attention that you necessarily don't want, especially if you've just started your transition. So what I would recommend, especially for those who have just started their transition, if they don't necessarily feel comfortable shopping alone, bring a friend. Bring a friend who will help you pick out new clothes. Now, this has the benefit of both your friend having more experience with female clothing than probably you do, and it also helps reduce the anxiety of shopping alone, which for a lot of trans people who initially start their transition, shopping for clothes can be extremely anxiety ridden, because there's that sense that everyone's watching you, you're being judged, which on that point I would like to say that most major retail clothing distributors and outlets not only don't care if you're trans and you're shopping, they actually prefer it, because they know that you have to replace an entire wardrobe Therefore, you're probably going to be spending more money than the average woman who already has a fully clothed closet. So they actually are really excited when they see trans women because they know, ka-ching, they're going to spend a lot more money, and a business, all they're doing is making money. So they don't really care what your lifestyle is. They're just happy that you're spending money. So they have no issues. Most retail outlets, the major ones, are very LGBT friendly. So please don't feel like the employees there are judging you. In fact, if you ask most of them, more times than not, they'll be more than willing to help you find something that you're looking for in particular. Now, going back to bringing along a friend, this also has the added benefit if you're feeling self-conscious about picking out your new clothes and you're worried that maybe other customers are watching and that's making you have anxiety. Just remember that if you bring a friend along, their first impression is that it's your friend buying the clothes and not you. So they're not really going to make that connection unless you've already started your transition, in which case they probably won't care anyway unless they're jerks. So keep those things in mind when you're picking out your new clothes. Remember, transitioning is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to feel good and happy. It's not supposed to be an arduous, drag your feet process, something that you're supposed to muddle through until you finally reach the end. It's supposed to be exciting and fun. And picking out new clothes is really exciting. That should be a really exciting experience that you should enjoy. So don't let other people get you down if you have to go pick some new clothes, because they're not you, and no one really cares as much anymore. So, and you have the full support of most retail outlets. So it's a win-win all around. So just have fun and try not to pick anything that's too revealing or over the top, or anything that accentuates masculine features more than you even want to. And you'll have a great time picking out your new wardrobe and progressing through what I consider the most exciting phase of your transition, other than maybe starting hormones. And yeah, so I hope that was helpful and informative for all of you today. I know that a lot of my videos have been geared mostly towards trans women specifically. Some of these things do also apply to trans men, but because I am a trans woman and not a trans man, I don't have as much experience with the other side, so I can't really give my full perspective on that. So I'm sorry if some of my videos seem one-sided in that way, but that's only because I don't have any knowledge in that area, so I don't feel that I would be especially helpful. So, but with that aside, until tomorrow, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day, and bye.